proud of the projects that our borrowers do. We love seeing their finished product. We like to think that we're a small part of that by lending them the money. So seeing like what they've done with the property, how they're proud of it too, that's rewarding.
It started out just kind of working for my stepfather's law firm. Clients that were doing just kind of private money loans, they would come in and need legal advice and need documents. And so we had a little extra money lying around, and I said, well, why don't I do that for 14% interest instead of handing it to other people? So we did a couple, and then from there, more and more people started asking us for money, more money than we had, so we went to family and friends, started putting them into these loans. Eventually I set up Boyd as it's kind of structured today, where we originate loans and sell them off to third parties. On the back end, we retain the servicing, so we retain all client contact, all the relationships, and we just have investors on the back end that will fund up to whatever we can produce.
We started working together after we finished law school, passed the bar. We both just contributed and grew the company, and here we are today, lending a few million a month.
So if we've already got all your information, we've already got a lot of your stuff saved, especially if you're constantly doing deals. Yeah, we've already got your information, we've got your tax return. We're happy to make it as easy on you as possible. And usually once you start working with us, you see the exact flow of things. You'll work with the same person over in origination, the same processor.
It's a lot easier to do business. It's a lot easier to have a hard phone call too. Like, hey, listen, I don't think this project's gonna work. If you just met someone, it's a little more difficult to tell them that, what they think is gonna be a great investment might not be as great as they originally thought. But if you know that person, it's a lot easier to be a little more candid with them.
Everything is going to get cheaper, and you're going to be able to get more money from us just because you're now a known commodity versus somebody who walked in the door. The longer you work with us, typically, the more we can do for you.
We like to work with the people that we know and we like. And that's what we try to facilitate with the borrowers. We want to get to know them. We want them to get to know us. I want them to be able to pick up the phone and ask a question because, again, we want them to be successful. We're being successful together.
Being a licensed attorney is important to be able to give any kind of legal advice, but we also understand the entire process. So instead of going to a hard money lender that maybe doesn't understand the legal and title, but is just relying on third parties, instead of having to cobble together 3 or 4 different people, you can come in, sit down with us, and we can probably get you from a closing to an attorney to a loan, all handled under one roof, and we all understand how those pieces all fit together. There's not a lot of multiple different opinions from multiple different places. A lot of times, we'll see people who show up because their other financing options didn't work. They tried to go bank financing or something like that and it fell apart, and now they've got a week and a half, 2 weeks to close, and we have to step in and really rush through. We can come up with a product that will get them the property. We've got a pretty decent reputation at this point that we always fund if we say we're going to fund.
A lot of times with bigger companies, you can't just call and get someone on the phone. You can't email and get a response within 24 hours. You can't just walk into their door. We're very local to our market. So people, especially in the Orlando area, Tampa area, Jacksonville, they can come in or they can call and get someone on the phone right away.
We service all of Florida, and we have a few loans in Georgia and North Carolina as well. We're easy to find. If there's a problem at a property, we're probably a drive away from it. Myself, some of my partners, we've been here for my whole life. They grew up in some of these neighborhoods. We know the neighborhoods. We know what it means to be on the wrong side of a street, here or there. And we can also evaluate the value of the property a little bit better. Myself and one of my other partners are Florida-based attorneys as well. So we have a pretty good understanding of the legal system here. Again, for investors mostly, but even our borrowers will sometimes require some assistance in setting up an LLC or some assistance in setting up land trusts. They want some advice about their project. We have a good amount of experience, not only legal, but also in just lending and real estate investing in general that we're happy to share with our borrowers as well.
Borrowers like to speak to the same person over and over so they know their story. And if they get a call center or if they get other people that they're talking to and they have to tell their story over and over and a different person, it's not efficient.
If they have multiple questions, they can just ask me directly any of the questions instead of me having to say, hold on, let me get you to the other person. It's always just me that they contact, and then I can get them the information.
Everyone's available. We're the owners of the company, but we're available to talk to whoever. We have knowledge because we're attorneys. We want our borrowers to feel like we're working with them. We want them to be successful. We want them to come back and, use us more often, because that means they're doing a good job, and we want to promote that.
We're always here to talk, so let's have a conversation so that we can get a loan done for you and you can get the project that you want to do. I do really enjoy coming up with a solution for a borrower that maybe doesn't have a solution somewhere else. Our borrower's success is our success. We love it when our borrowers make money on a project and are excited about going and doing the next project. We prefer that to the alternative of losing money. We don't make any money if our borrowers don't make money, so we really want them to succeed in their real estate dreams.